So I made a video that's called Women Do Not Know When They're Washed. And in this video, I break down the fact that the average woman wait until she's washed to give the guy equivalent to her the time of day, or to say, okay, now she would date this guy who's on her level, right? And I read the comments and I see comments that say, you're washed. And I'm like, yes, I am washed. And I've seen comments say, these women can't be beautiful. And I'm like, these women are beautiful. They're very beautiful. And I've seen the comments, guys do not know when they're washed. And I'm like, yes, we do know when we're washed, right? The difference is when a woman becomes washed is when something bad, crazy happened to her, or she started hitting the wall. Well, not to use that phrase, but let's say like that. And the wall could be many places, but just for Kevin Samuels' purposes, use 30, around 30, a little bit before. But when a guy is washed, it's basically around 12, right? Because I seen a comment that say, oh, guys are born washed. We can't say babies are washed because they're babies, but 12 is a good age because that's the age when a guy sort of understand the birds and the bees, and he becomes attracted to the girls that's his age. And then they start on the scale and compared to the pretty boy who he is, right? And I heard a saying from Replicant Fish, my favorite YouTuber, right? They ever heard the word medium ugly? So that's what girls call guys who they find average, but they're not attracted to, right? Basically saying that, well, you ain't butt ugly, but you're not far from it. And that's how women describe men who they're not attracted to, right? Just not attracted to. Okay, you're not a wildebeest, but they don't find you attractive, so you're medium ugly. Instead of just saying you're average, right? And a woman don't see herself equivalent to that man because she wears makeup. You understand? If on average you look like the equivalent to that man, but the difference is guys are judged on competence and women are judged on beauty. So you know what I mean? You've been groomed for beauty. That difference between a 12-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl is a girl was groomed to be pretty from she was born, or at least when she was young, by her elder woman, because women beauty is the currency, right? A guy, we're not. We're out here playing, tag and, being rough, most guys, right? And these boys, they become washed at a young age. Just like this girl make a whole video called the Chop Man Epidemic. And she's describing, and we looked at her and we're like, you're chopped too, but the girls get, irate. We're all chopped, you understand? But she don't believe she's a 5. She believe, even though she's a 5, she's equivalent to the guy who's an 8 in looks. And guys, come to find that pretty boy is so rare. A guy in looks, when guys don't really, we're not the beauty of the two. You understand? And in this video, I gave a story about it's a real story about my 60-year-old co-worker that waited until she's that age to give the guy that really wanted her the time of day. And everybody just bypassed that story. And I'm not saying that these girls isn't beautiful. I'm like, why didn't you give the guy the time of day? You really think you're better than him. And he's here, investing into you. You are out here chasing this ridiculously. You understand? When a woman is washed, let's say the average woman, right? She's an average woman just to the average man. And she thinks that she deserves an 8 until something bad happens. Like she got 2 kids from 2 different men, or she become obese. And none wrong with the big girls. There's some beautiful big girls. Of course. Oh my gosh, some beautiful big girls. But you know what I mean? Or she has substance abuse problem and it start weighing on her skin. Or like, you know what I mean? Or when she just live in the streets, like, you know what I mean? And that weighs on her. When life becomes hard and you can see hard life on her, then she's like, okay. And we make memes about it. The girl back in high school, like, hey, how you doing? Nah, you're a nerd. But now she got 3 kids. Like, haha, now I'll give you the chance. And I'm like, why do you have to wait until it gets that far for you to look at the man across from you? You understand? And stop judging men on their looks. So we're not wearing makeups and wigs and filters, right? I remember back in high school, there was some girls, with a lot of girls saying that, oh, they would never date a man like 50 Cent. You can say I'm old. That was way back. They would never date a man like 50 Cent because look at him. He's, you know what I mean? And even 50 Cent saying in the song, I'm not a pretty boy, but my mom think I'm handsome, right? And I'm like, do you not know that he's an average in looks? He's average and you're average. But the difference is, he's 50 Cent. He's rich. You understand? He's successful. And you are average in the hood. Like, you understand? Like, you don't, like, stop in your imagination. And this is not, this video is not to attack women, right? It's just to give the truth out there, because so many women were upset with when Kevin Samuels was telling the woman that she's average, because they take average as medium ugly. That's what girls see average as. When he's like, you're average, they are not recognized. This woman is wearing a wig, she's wearing makeup, and she's probably have a filter online. You understand? And most women, they're like, oh, well, in the black community is worse, because like, oh, we have to. No, you don't have to wear wigs. Who told you that average is not beautiful? Who told you that your hair is not beautiful? That you're combed out here, you're plaited here, you're dreads, you're bald. Who told you that's not beautiful? You don't have to wear wigs. If you want to, you can. It's okay. But understand, average is beautiful, and women don't see average as beautiful because they're measuring themselves to Kim Kardashian. And that's the problem. So when a guy tell you something real, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You're average, then you get offended. And you keep on that memory until you're washed. Like, you keep clubbing until the nighttime wears way down on your face, and we can see it on your face that you used to spend nights, and you know your face is wrinkly and baggy and old. You understand? These women will wait on. I'll give a good example. The perfect example of a woman waiting until she's washed to give the man the equivalent of time of the day. Jennifer Lopez. Now, Jennifer Lopez is beautiful. Whoa, before you lose your shit. Jennifer Lopez is a beautiful woman, even right now. And that's the problem. Because Jennifer Lopez is not going to act right. I seen the guy who she married first respond to her little video like, he loved her. She looking for any excuse to not stay with him, because Jennifer Lopez still has beauty as currency. And she's so beautiful that she doesn't, wash hasn't hit her. So these girls can prolong wash, right? And Ben Affleck and the baseball player, what's his name? You know what I mean? Forgive me, because Yankee fans gonna kill me for this one. Alex Rodriguez, yeah, and Ben Affleck and on what's the thing? Mark Anthony. These are the equivalent guys to a Jennifer Lopez, but she's not going to act right because she's never fully settled with it herself. She's going to feel, you know, when Jennifer Lopez is going to settle with her husband and be a good wife, you know what's going to happen is when she reach 10 years from now. 10 years from now, a woman almost 70, that gym thing is going to stop. So her body's not going to be as tight. You know what I mean? She's going to say, okay, old now. And that's going to set into her. And then she's going to start acting right. Because I believe 10 years from now, Jennifer Lopez is going to hit that wall. Jennifer Lopez stretched the wall far off. So her wall, there's walls for different ages. Her wall is 70. Right now, I think Jennifer Lopez is almost 60. So when she reach around 70, then you're going to start seeing it. Because that's elderly. You can't do no more. Your body start to, you know, go out on you. And that's when she's going to start giving the guy equivalent to her the time of day. She's going to wait until she's washed. Until she, you know. And that's the problem. She's not going to act as if she's not better than Ben Affleck or Ben, you know what I mean? And that guy's a good guy to her. If Ben Affleck or whatever his name is called, is not a good guy to her. Why didn't she marry him twice or date him twice? They call her Benefit. You know what I mean? He's the equivalent to her, but she's not acting right. You understand? And it's going to take 10 years from now for her to act right. A lot of these girls, there's some girls out here that's washing their 20s. Like and I mentioned in my video that they wait. It's not about them waiting till they wash. They're doing things conducive to being washed. Like taking substances. When you start taking, I'm not going to name them, say H or C-Sane or any kind of substance that would destroy your body, you would get washed. You ever seen a addict and be like, oh my gosh, she would look young, she would look so pretty if she wasn't on substances, and you find out she's like 28, 30. She's like 28, and we're like, yo, she look like she's 48. The heck is wrong with, because the substances washed her out, right? Or she has like 3 kids and she have to go to work twice for 2 different jobs to sustain because she have 3 different kids with 3 different men, and that pressure and stress washed her out. Or she didn't diet right and her pH, everything was off, and she was like washed her out. Or she lived a nightlife where she's promiscuous and all this stuff, and they washed her out. So they washed at a younger age. But you know what I mean, equivalently, we're supposed to all be washed in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all of us. But some people prolong the wash, like Jennifer Lopez, because she works on herself. She eat right, and you like Maya, or you know, those girls, they do things to keep themselves in their vegan diets and whatever, and exercise. They prolong the washness, and a lot of us become washed. But guys, our competency make us wash, because a guy can just go to the gym and get money, and just by being polished, he can prolong his washness, right? You know what I mean? Kevin Samuels is a very handsome man, right? Was, right? But as I remember the woman that was criticizing him saying, he's dapper, he clean up himself, he take care of himself, and that's how a guy move from wash. So girls can be like, yo, you're washed too. But if I'm saying if that wealth is equivalent to the way I carry myself, and I'm clean, and you know what I mean, I can't grow another 10 inches, you know, in height, not in there, because I got it. You know what I mean? It's when that happen, then that's how guys grow out of wash. But guys can't really grow out of wash. They just grow more. They just move from a 6 to a, they just move from a 5 to a 6.5 or 5 to a 7 by working on themselves. You understand? As I say, I'm not here to bash women. I'm just here to say this. And it was like observation I made. And you know, hopefully women don't take this out of context. I love you, but why do you wait until then to give that guy? Because and it's the same thing. The good guy, the average guy, the 9-to-5 guy, because I hear you bashing them. Oh, you never do a 9-to-5. You criticizing them, and you chase these scammers and dealers. You know what I mean? Like, why do you wait until you're washed to let go of the scam princess or the trap princess mentality? Like, you know what I mean? I worked in a nursing home, and a lot of these women are in their 50s, and they're still talking about trapper man and scammer man. Like, I work in a nursing home where women in their 50s are still trying to chase the bad man. Oh my God, that's another video.